Hey guys, Jeff Mack here. I wanted to put together a live here because I had some interesting things kind of happen over the course of the week. I've had a lot of interesting things happen, but let me just start with telling you about my day, okay? And trust me, there's a method in my madness, and for all of you that are watching this on recording, the news is good. This will be a really short live, okay? But I got up this morning in a normal time, about 6:15 for me, and I tried to get up and go to the gym, and I just didn't want to do it today. I just didn't want to do it. But something inside my head, you know, hopefully the same voice that tells you to go do the things that you need to do, even though you don't feel like doing them. Sorry, I had a call come in. I did my my normal kind of sprint workout and got my day charged up, got my head right, and got into it. And I ended up having an incredible day. Ended up building some new relationships. Started to work on and get introduced to a few really new exciting projects that you're going to hear about probably hopefully soon. Some are going to work, some are not going to work. Some old projects came through, some old contacts came through, renewed some relationships from long ago. And over, you know, all in all, it's, you know, whatever, 8:20 in the evening here. And I just had an amazing day when I got up in the morning and I didn't feel like getting out of bed. And the one thing that I want you to know, and for every entrepreneur, you need to know this. Here's what an amazing day is as an entrepreneur. First, let me skip ahead. Guess how much money I made today? Guess how much money I put in my pocket today? I know it's going to sound crazy. Zero. I made zero money today. Now, I got no doubt that some of what we put in the pipeline today is going to create great income down the road. A lot of what I put in the pipeline before, I made some money on today, but my activities today made me zero money. And so what I want each and every entrepreneur to know is the law of reaping and sowing. And you know, it's in the Bible. If you're a Jim Rohn fan, Jim talks about the law of sowing and reaping. The more you reap, or the more you sow, the more you'll reap. And harvest season is always a different season than sowing season is. And I'm not talking S-E-W, I'm talking S-O-W. And you gotta plant seeds if you expect, and of course follow up, water your garden, etc. If you expect to reap anything, you gotta plant seeds first, then you've gotta cultivate, okay, and then you can harvest. And so I'm excited today, not because of what fruit I picked, but because of the seeds that I sowed. And as an entrepreneur, again, depending on what business you're in, hey, if you're in real estate, guess what? You're going to have to get used to delayed gratification. You're going to understand the law of sowing and reaping. If you're in direct sales, if you're in network marketing, you got to get used to that law, and you got to be excited about grinding it out when nobody else will. You've got to be excited because you did the work. You did the hard yards. You didn't collect money. You showed up when there was no glory. You created what is going to be tomorrow's glory. You did it with a smile, and at the end of the day, you know, you were probably exhausted like I am now because I've talked so much. I had so many phone conversations. My gosh, I didn't have time for lunch. It was one call to a next. But I'm jazzed, not because of what I made today. I'm jazzed because what I know this is going to turn into. And you know what? The thing is, we got to get up. We got to do the same thing tomorrow, the same thing the next day. So my little brief short live for you today is I want each of you, you're watching this because either you're a friend of mine and you have, you know, you take great joy in watching me make a fool out of myself, or because you're an entrepreneur and my message resonates with you. Regardless, here's the thing. What you do today may or may not pay you today, depending on what your job is. But what you do today will pay you down the road, but you got to keep doing it. Don't let your pipeline empty, because again, the law of sowing and reaping says that you reap in a different season than you sow. And if you take a day off, a week off, or a month off, or a season off, guess what? That's going to be a dry spell for you coming up. So that's what I want you to know today as an entrepreneur. I am ecstatic because I made zero money today off my efforts, but I planted some big time seeds. I want you to do the same thing. I'm going to do it tomorrow. You do it tomorrow. And I want to hear about your successes as well and your experience with the law of the harvest, the law of sowing and reaping. Okay, that's it for today's very brief live. Guys, we'll see you soon. Let's globalize your enterprise. Take care.